Hello, middle school and upper school. Purim is coming. There are many, many holidays during the year, Jewish holidays during the year, and look at that, Purim is here. What is this holiday about? Well, Jews were living in Persia and were almost destroyed by an evil man named Haman. The heroine Esther and her uncle Mordecai saved the day, and the Jews were saved. What do we do during this holiday? We dress up in costume. We give money to the poor. We give gifts to our neighbor called Mishloach Manot. We read the story of Purim from a special scroll, and we make loud noise whenever the evil man Haman of the story is mentioned. What is the need this holiday is trying to fulfill? Well, life can change in an instant, from good to bad and bad to good. So enjoy it while it's good. But it also can mean life can change in an instant. So build community and reach out to those who have less. This holiday is also about identity and courage. So, what does this week have in store for us, the week of Purim? Papa Gellman Virtual Purim Mitzvah Fair is on Thursday, March 9th, and a whole bunch of other things. This was sent out in the Lions Roar, the newsletter last week, giving a lot of this is about our lower school, but a few of these have to do with middle and upper school, like the Hamantash and Palooza happening on Sunday, March 5th. Of course, a costume party, and Purim Day is a late start. So here is kind of a rundown of what we have going on. On March 3rd, teachers who are creating their rhyming Megillah parts. Those parts are due today in the slide deck that I sent you. March 6th is the fast of Esther. This commemorates a 3-day fast. We only do it for 1 day. That she was very scared to go to King Achashverosh, and so she fasts and everyone fasts with her. And we commemorate that by having a fast day as well. Not many people in your class will be fasting, but maybe one or two in each class will be fasting. There is an option of waking up really early before the sunrise. That's what I do to have some coffee. So March 7th is a little complicated, but here we go. So first of all, from 8 to 9, even though we have a 9 o'clock late start, from 8 to 9, there's an optional full Megillah reading in the lower school MPR. And any kids who come to that, we raffle off like some candy after every chapter. 8:30 to 9 o'clock, we're going to have tables set up at the main and the athletic entrance for the purchase of mishloach manot, or goodie bags to give to a friend. And there's going to be $1 a piece, and that money will go to the Papa Gelman Mitzvah Fair on March 9th. So kids can buy that, but if they're buying it, they're basically committing to give it to someone else. We tried to make it not so expensive, so a lot of people will buy. We'll probably have about 100, 150 of those there. Students with costumes are encouraged to take pictures at a picture selfie station, which we'll have up at the kind of rotunda area. So have your picture taken, and we're going to use them at the end of the day for our talent show. So encourage your kids who are in costume to do that. From 12 o'clock to 1, there is Nava's Hebrew play for the middle school in the lower MPR, and the 12th grade Purim Spiel in the upper MPR. The first 25 minutes of your final period of the day, we'll be doing the following. One is we'll go through the costume contest slide deck, and students will get a chance to pick their winners so we can give prizes out to who has the best costumes of the day. We also we'll watch the staff rhyming Megillah reading, and there will be also in a period there will be Humantashen for your entire class there. So everyone will get a Humantashen, which we are making on the Sunday. By the way, if you want to bring your kids to our Humantashen making, please do so on Sunday. It's at 9 to 12:30. On March 8th during lunchtime, 1 day before Yom Papa, we're going to have lunchtime rock decorations to place in the grave of Papa Gelman when we visit on Friday. Here is the schedule for March 9th, which is a half day due to parent-teacher conferences. We have Devar Torahs are happening in the middle school quad. So instead of going anywhere right in the beginning of the day, everyone in the middle and high school are gathering in the middle school quad to hear two words of Torah by two different students. And after that, our schedule is as follows. This is obviously in your Google Calendar. And from 11:20 to 12 o'clock, there is a mitzvah fair. Kids are staying in period B for that mitzvah fair, and it is a virtual fair put on by the 6th grade. Thank you, Rabbi Lawton and Ms. Akiva, for working with kids to make that actually happen. Students will watch a video, and they'll have a sheet where they can kind of mark down where they want to give money to, and then around the school We will have different shoe hangers like this with each different NGO listed on the pockets, and then students will get to place money in there to decide where that money, and then we'll collect that at the end of the day. On March 10th, even though we don't have school, select seniors will be visiting Papa Gelman's gravesite with me and having a study session there, maybe going and eating Papa Gelman's favorite deli sandwich at Nosh House. All right. And just so, how do I make connections with this holiday in my classroom? This holiday is all about identities. When is the moment where every one of us would say, I can't hide who I am any longer? Where are our red lines? What does courage mean to you? And how do you convince others to do what is right? There's a famous part of the story where Mordechai convinces Esther to go to the king, even though she might personally be hurt by that prospect. What are our symbols of Purim? We've got Hamantashen right here. These are the cookies we eat on that day. Mishloch Manot, sending gifts to friends. We read from the story, from the Megillat Esther, the story of Esther. And when we get to that Nini's name, Haman, we grog the grogger. That's it, everyone. And we say Happy Purim, Purim Sameach. Hope you have a great time. Any questions, please feel free to let me know.